Hello students, welcome to Sri classes. Let us continue lecture number 2, arithmetic progressions. We will solve some important numericals from exercise 5.1. I'll discuss all the numericals of that and important I'll solve. Then I'll go to R.D. Sharma numericals. We'll have a look at the exercise numericals 5.1. First 4 numericals are important. Lot of writing is involved in this. So let's see here. In which of the following situations does the list of numbers involved make an arithmetic progression and why? So taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. So we have to convert this into a mathematical statement to form the list of numbers and check whether it is an AP or not. Second, amount of air present in the cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. Every time, whatever the amount of air is present in the cylinder, after removing 1/4, once again 1/4 is removed. In that case, the amount of air present in the cylinder, whether does it form an AP or not. Cost of digging a well after every meter of digging, when it costs rupees 150 for the first meter and rises by 50 for each subsequent meter. Last, the amount of money in the account every year when 10,000 rupees is deposited at the compound deposited in the beginning and at a compound interest at 8% per annum. So what is the amount of money? We have to use compound interest formula over here and try to see whether the amount of money in the account every year forms an AP or not. Here we have to check whether the taxi fare forms an AP. Here the amount of air present every time after pumping out, whether it forms an AP. The cost of digging, whether it forms an AP, and the amount of money in the bank after every year, in the account after every year, forms an AP or not. Let us solve the first one. So exercise 5.1. Exercise 5.1. In that first one, okay. So here taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. So let us calculate the taxi fare. Taxi fare for first kilometer is rupees 15 and every subsequent kilometer rupees 8 for each additional kilometer is what it says. So taxi fare for second kilometer. So let me work out the taxi fare for first kilometer, second kilometer, third kilometer, fourth kilometer, something like this. And then we'll come to know whether this number forms the AP or not. First kilometer, second taxi fare for the first kilometer, taxi fare for the next 2 kilometers also I can write, or what I have written, taxi fare for first 2 kilometer, taxi fare for first 3 kilometers. This is how I have written. You can also write like this: taxi fare for first kilometer is rupees so and so, and taxi fare for not second, what should I write here? Taxi fare for the first kilometer and 8 for first 2 kilometer I'll write. First 2 kilometer, okay, is given by rupees 15 plus 8, which equals rupees 23 here. Then taxi fare for first 3 kilometers, rupees 23 plus 8, which is rupees 31. And taxi fare for first 4 kilometers, rupees 31 plus 8, which equals rupees 39. So list of numbers formed by the taxi fare. List of numbers formed by taxi fare is given by 15, 23, 31, 39, it continues for subsequent kilometer. Taxi fare for first 4, first 5, like that it will continue basically. Okay, so the list of numbers found by taxi fare is given by 15, 23, 31, 39 dot dot dot. Here let us find out the common difference here. Okay, let this be A1, A2, A3 and A4, it continues. Okay, common difference, let it be D here, and therefore D equals A2 minus A1, which is 23 minus 15, which is equal to 8, and D equals A3 minus A2, which is 31 minus 23, which equals 8, and D equals A4 minus A3, which is A4 is how much, 39 minus 31, which is 8. So here you can find the taxi list of numbers as calculated by the taxi fare according to the given rule is forming an AP, because the constant the common difference is constant over here, and therefore the list of numbers found by the taxi fare is in AP. Here, as the common difference, D equals 8 is constant, the list of numbers formed by taxi fare is in AP. I hope you have understood. Is it clear? So it is see here, first kilometer means first kilometer as usual. First 2 kilometers means first kilometer and second kilometer put together we call first 2 kilometers. First 3 kilometers means including the first kilometer and next 2 kilometers. So we write first 3 kilometer, first 4 kilometer, it will continue like that, isn't it? So this is how we can find out the answer for this is it is in AP here. The list of numbers found by the taxi fare is in AP. I hope you have understood. Note it down first, and then I'll go to the next one. This second problem is important. That is the amount of air present in the cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. Please read the question carefully and mark it. This is a bit important problem. So let us see here. Let us consider the amount of air initially present in the cylinder as x cubic units. Amount of air present initially in the cylinder is equal to x cubic units. It can be x cubic units. Now let us use the pump for first time and see how much air is present in that one. Next is amount of air in cylinder when the pump is used first time, or when we use the pump first time. First time equals initial volume x minus 1/4 of x, which equals LCM is 4 here, 1/4 the 4x minus x, which is 3x by 4 cubic units. This is when we use the pump first time, 1/4 the volume of the initial volume, 1/4 of the initial volume is removed and 3/4 is remaining now. Now next is amount of air in cylinder when we use the pump second time, which equals, what is the present already? 3x by 4 units is present, 3x by 4 minus 1/4 of this volume, whatever present, that is removed, 3x by 4, which equals, see here, 3x by 4 minus 3x by 16. LCM is 16, 4 4s are 16 1s are, so 12x minus 3x, and this is equal to cubic units, that is cubic units. Okay, 9x by 16. Next, amount of air in cylinder when we use pump for third time equals 9x by 16 units minus 1/4 of 9x by 16 units, which equals 64. LCM is 64. So this will be 36x minus 9, 36 6 30 3 27, 27x by 64 cubic units. So now it will continue, you can say this will continue, and let us check now the list of numbers found by the amount of air present in the cylinder. Now list of numbers formed by amount of air present in the cylinder is given by, list of numbers found by amount of air present in the cylinder is given by x initial quantity, and then comes 3x by 4, and after that one 9x by 16 and 27x by 64. It will continue. So mark as this one A1, A2, A3 and A4. Okay, A1, A2, A3, A4, mark it. Let us check the common difference now. Let us check the common difference now. Let us find the common difference now. So I have identified A1, A2, A3, A4. Try to find out the common difference now. D equals A2 minus A1. A2 is 3x by 4 minus x, which equals 4 here. 3x minus 4x minus x by 4. That is the one number. Second common difference, let us check it. A3 minus A2. A3 minus A2. Second common difference. 9x by 16. 9x by 16 minus 3x by 4. 3x by 4, which equals 16 LCM. 9x minus 4 4s are 4 into 3, 12x, which is minus 3x divided by 16. Earlier it was common difference was minus x by 4 minus 3x by 16, and finally I'll check one more difference also. D equals, 2 are enough to justify, but let's check one more one. D equals A4 minus A3, which is 27x by 64 minus 9x by 16, which is 64. 27x minus 16 4s are 36x, which equals 27 plus 7 34 plus 2 9 minus 9x by 16. Check it. Okay, so this is 64 here, isn't it? 9x by 64. So is the common difference same here? No, and therefore I'll write here. Here I'll write, therefore, as the common difference D is not constant, the list of numbers formed by amount of air present in the cylinder, the list of numbers formed by amount of air present in the cylinder is not in AP. So this is the answer for this one. You understood? So here it is minus x by 4, minus 3x by 16, minus 9x by 64, and therefore this the common difference is not constant, and hence the list of numbers is not forming an arithmetic progression. Okay, so note it down. This is one of the important sums. Probably you can see that side also. I hope you are able to see the last conclusion is important. So note it down, and I think you have noted down. Let me go to the next problem. Okay, I hope you have noted down the previous sum. Let me continue the third one, and let me read it for you. Cost of digging a well after every meter of digging. We have to check that cost of digging after every meter of digging. When it costs rupees 150 for the first meter, and it rises by rupees 50 for subsequent meter. So cost of digging for first 1 meter, I'll write here, third one, cost of digging for first 1 meter, for first 1 meter equals rupees 150. Is it right? Yeah, 150. And every 1 meter extra, it is costing us rupees 50 for subsequent meter, isn't it? Therefore, cost of digging for first 2 meters equals rupees 150 plus rupees 50 for each subsequent meter, rupees 50, which is rupees 200. Cost of digging for first 3 meters equals rupees 200 plus 50, which is rupees 250. So this will continue, basically this will continue. Okay, so therefore the list of numbers formed by cost of digging is given by the cost of digging formed by the list of numbers formed by cost of digging is given by 150, 200, 250 dot. You can add another 1 or 2 first 4 meters also, you can add it, but it is enough for me now. So let this be A1, A2 and A3. Okay, common difference D equals A2 minus A1, which is 200 minus 150, which is 50, and also A3 minus A2, which is 250 minus 200, which is 50. Therefore, as the common difference D equals 50 is constant, the list of numbers the list of numbers formed by cost of digging the list of numbers formed by the cost of digging is in arithmetic progression. Yes, I hope you have understood. Note it down, please. Now let me take very typical sum. Next one, 5.1, first main, fourth one. What is this problem is about? The amount of money in the bank account after every year or at the end of every year is what I have to calculate here. So I have to use here compound interest formula, because the rate of interest given 8% over here is the compound interest, and hence I have to calculate the maturity amount A by using compound interest formula and check whether the maturity amount which is at the end of every year, whether that forms an AP or not. Okay, so fourth one, formula used A equals P into bracket 1 plus R by 100 to the power N, where P is principal, rate of interest, and N is number of years. So initial deposit, initial amount in the bank account, I'll write when rupees 10,000 is deposited. Initial deposit in account equals rupees 10,000. Okay, amount at the end of first year. Okay, amount at the end of first year is calculated by here A equals amount at the end of the first year is calculated by A equals, here P is 10,000. Okay, I need not write all those things. I hope you understand this is P here. Basically this is the principal amount, and N is equal to here first year. Therefore 10,000 principal into 1 plus R is 8% divided by 100 into 1, which equals 10,000 into, take LCM, it will be 108 divided by 100. Okay, which equals these two zeros, and this will be 108, after that 2 zeros. So this is the amount present here. Okay, you can write rupees also, but anyway, 10,800. Next, amount in the bank, amount in account. Okay, at the end of second year is given by A equals 10,000 into 108 by 100, same, it is 2 here, because number of years is for first 2 years. It is amount of account at the end of 2 years means second year means N is equal to 2 here, and therefore 108 by 100 to the power 2 here, which is 10,000 into 108 into 108 divided by 1010. Okay, this will be 108 into 108. I'll let me work out this one, and let me know 108 into 108, which is 11,664. So this is at the end of the second year. One more I'll calculate, or is it enough me? 10,000, 10,800. Yeah, I think these three numbers are enough for me to calculate. I need not calculate, or for your interest, if you want one more, I will calculate. So amount in account at the end of third year. Okay, so A equals 10,000 into bracket 108 divided by 100 to the power 3 here, because 3 years. and therefore this can be done as, see here, 10,000 into 108 into 108 into 108 divided by 2 zeros, another 2 zeros, another 2 zeros. Is it right? So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, okay, divided by 100 is there. So I'll calculate this one. 108 into 108 into 108, which is 125,9712 divided by 100, which is 12,597.12 rupees. Okay, this is how much, this is what we are getting. So here check whether 10,000, 10,800, 11,064 all do they form any this thing AP. Check the constant common difference. Here it is 800, here it is more. So let me work out D now. So D, I am taking shortcut here because of the constant space constraint. I am directly calculating the list of numbers. I will write here. Therefore list of numbers, shortcut I am writing. What is this list of numbers? List of numbers formed by the amount of money present at the end of every year. Okay, that is 10,000, comma 10,800, comma 11,664, comma 12,597.12. Okay, here you check. First difference is 10,800 minus 10,000, which is 800, and next common difference is 11,664 minus 10,800, which is 11,664 minus 10,800. 864. Therefore finally I'll write, it is enough for me to conclude that the list of numbers formed by the amount of money present in the account at the end of every year does not form an AP, isn't it? As D is not constant, amount of money in account does not form an AP, or the list of numbers represented by the amount of money in account at the end of every year does not form an AP. Is it clear? Use the compound interest formula, which is simpler to use, and you will be able to find out, isn't it? So note it down. Dear students, let me discuss now exercise 5.1. Very quickly we will rush through the entire exercise. Yeah, this is how it looks. First all these problems I solved, and write the first four terms of an AP. When the first term A and the common difference are given, A is given, D is given. So what are the first four terms? First term A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. Substitute the values, you will get the answers. You can do all this. For the following APs, write the first term and common difference. Very simple. First term is there, common difference, next term minus first term, next term minus first term, which is simple. That you do yourself. I have done already such numericals. From fourth I have taken many numericals. Find the common difference here, and write three more terms are to be written. If you know the common difference, you can find that. These are much simpler one, which you can do. And now let me take out numericals. From a few numericals I will look at R.D. Sharma. Okay, let me check there. Yeah. Yeah, here it goes like this, the numericals. Here, write first three terms in each of the following sequence defined by the following. I'll solve this one. What we have to do? We have to write the first three terms for first one, second one. Let's see how to write one. So this is RDS. Okay, illustrative example 1. Example 1, out of which first one, write first three terms. Write first three terms. Okay, given is first one, an equals 3n plus 2. Okay, write first three terms. An equals 3n plus 2. First three terms, what is the first three terms? A1 is the first term, A2 is the second term, A3 is the third term. So A1 equals 3 times 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3 plus 2, which is 5. So what I did here, basically first term means n I replaced with 1, and therefore this is first term. So wherever n is there, you replace with 1. And second term, A2 equals 3 times 2 plus 2, which is 6 plus 2, which is 8. And third term is 3 times 3 plus 2, which is equal to 9 plus 2, which is 11. And therefore first three terms are 5, 8 and 11. 5, 8 and 11, isn't it? Next, second one, write first three terms of an equals n square plus 1. N square plus 1. So the first term 1 equals, you replace n with 1 to get the first term. So 1 square plus 1, which is 2. Next, A2, second term is 2 the whole square plus 1, which equals 4 plus 1, which is 5. And third term, A3 equals 3 the whole square plus 1, which is 9 plus 1, which is 10. And therefore first three terms are 2, 5, 10, isn't it? So this is how you can solve. Let me take few more numericals of this. Write first 5 terms of the sequence defined by, oh, it is something a little different. This is write first 5 terms, and this example is 2 basically. 1, 2, 3 I'll write here. This is R.D. Sharma example. An is given by an equals minus 1 to the power n minus 1 into 2 to the power n into 2 to the power n. See here, the expression given is so funny. An equals minus 1 to the power n minus 1 into 2 to the power n. Dot means here 2 to the power n. So let me find out first 5 terms. For first 5 terms of the sequence. Okay, fine. Let's see. First term, A1 equals minus 1 to the power 1 minus 1 into 2 to the power 1, which equals 1 minus 1 is 0. Anything to the power 0 is 1 into 2, which equals 2. Second, A2 equals minus 1 to the power 2 minus 1 into 2 to the power 2, which equals minus 1 to the power 1 into 2 to the power 2 is 4, which equals minus 1 to the power 1 is minus, therefore it is minus 4. A3 minus 1 to the power 3 minus 1 into 2 to the power 3 minus 1 square is plus 1 only into 8. This is 8. A4 minus 1 to the power 4 minus 1 into 2 to the power 4 minus 1 cube into 2 to the power 4 is 16. And minus 1 to the power odd integer, odd natural number is minus only, so minus 16. And finally fifth term is 5 minus 1 into 2 to the power 5, 4 minus 1 to the power 4 is plus 1 into 2 to the power 5 is 32, which is equal to 32. Therefore first 5 terms are 2 minus 4 8 minus 16 32. 2 minus 4 8 minus 16, 2 minus 4 8 minus 16 32. Note down. Yeah, one more typical example. RD Sharma, example number 3. RDS example 3. Okay. 18th term. Find 18th term. Find 18th term. An equals n into n minus 3 divided by n plus 4. Okay. How to find out 18th term? Substitute n equals 18. A18 equals 18 into 18 minus 3 divided by 18 plus 4. How much is this? 18 into 15 divided by then to 22. 11s are 9s are. So finally my answer should be something like 11 check. Let me check. Yeah, this is the A18th term, isn't it? So note it down. Just a moment, let me take a little different now. All these exercise numericals you can do it very well, there is no problem. Let me pick up something a little different. These are very important sums. Now I am doing a little bit different sum, and let's see whether you can understand or not. I'll try to write also here the question, and very quickly we'll solve about two numericals in this case. Show that this is RDS example number 3, RDS problems. Okay. Put the serial number. This is example illustration 3 here given. Show that sequence formed by an equals 4n plus 5 is in AP. This is what it is. Let me change the pen. Yeah, so let's see now. There are two methods to solve this one. Let me check how we'll solve. Show that the sequence formed by an equals 4n plus 5 is in AP. Okay, solution. Okay, given an equals 4n plus 5. You find out the terms now. A1, A2, A3 I will find out. 4 into 1 plus 5, which is 9. A2 equals 4 into 2 plus 5, which is 8 plus 5, which is 13. Then A3 equals 4 into 3 plus 5, 12 plus 5, which is 17. Okay. Now D equals A2 minus A1, which is 13 minus 9, which is 4. Okay. And here also D equals A3 minus A2 equals 17 minus 13, which is 4. And therefore as common difference D equals 4 is constant. The sequence formed by n equals 4n plus 5 is in AP. The sequence or the list of numbers. Is it clear? Next one. Next question. I said I will try to solve it by one more method. I don't know whether you can understand or not. See here, one important thing. In terms of n, how do you find out the common difference? If A is given to you, an is given to you, how do you find out the common difference? If n is the one term, next term is an minus 1, or see an and an minus 1 are the terms, or also, or you can say like this, an minus 1 and an plus 1, an plus 2, all these are the terms of an AP, correct or not? You put any number here and check it, n minus 1, n plus 1, n plus 2. Okay, so if an is given to you, you find out an plus 1 and check whether d equals an plus 1 minus an is dependent or independent of n. If it is dependent on n, then it is not in AP. If it is a constant, then it is in AP. I don't know whether you are able to understand. I'll solve this problem by that method and check it. I hope you are understanding here. D is by an plus 1 minus 1. This is the sequence here, arithmetic progression, and I am taking here an is given to me. Yeah, I will find an plus 1. This minus this should be common difference. If this common difference is in terms of a constant, then the sequence forms an AP. Or if it depends upon n, if d is in terms of n, then it does not form an AP actually. So let's see how do I write it. So this is an alternate method which many toppers use actually. So let's see here. Given an equals 4n plus 5, an plus 1 equals 4n plus 1 plus 5, which is 4n plus 4 plus 5, 4n plus 9. This is an plus 1 equals. Now let us take d. D equals an plus 1 minus an, which is 4n plus 9 minus 4n plus 5. This is 4n plus 9 minus 4n minus 5. 4 and 4n cancels, 9 minus 5 is 4. Therefore, as d equals 4, or I can write as d is constant, the sequence formed by an equals 4n plus 5 forms an AP, or is an AP, forms an AP. This is what I can solve. So note down both the methods. You must know how to solve this one. Okay, note it down. Here I have one more typical sum from RDS, which is level 1. This is illustrative example 1. RDS illustrative example 1, level 1. Check whether sequence formed by an equals 2n square plus 1 is in AP. Very interesting question. So solution: given an equals 2n square plus 1, a1 equals 2 1 square plus 1, which equals 2 plus 1, which is 3, a2 equals 2 into 2 the whole square plus 1, 4 into 2 8 plus 1, which is 9, because 2 to the 4 to the 8, 8 plus 1 9. A3 equals 2 cube plus 1. 2 cube is how much? 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16 plus 1, which is 17. So check the common difference. A2 minus A1 equals 9 minus 3, which is 6, and D equals A3 minus A2 equals 17 minus 9, which is 8. As D is not constant, the sequence formed by given equation is not in AP. Alternate method. Let me work out alternate method also. You must know this, because All these are the tricks, we do not know how we use these methods and all in future. So alternate method, given an equals 2n square plus 1. Okay, 2n square plus 1. Now an equals 2n square plus 1, an plus 1 equals 2n plus 1 the whole square plus 1, 2n square plus 1 plus 2n plus 1, 2n square plus 2 plus 4n plus 1, 2n square plus 4n plus 3. So now this is an plus 1. Let us find out the common difference now. What is the common difference? D equals an plus 1 minus an. This is 2n square plus 4n plus 3 minus an. Minus an is 2n square plus 1. So 2n square plus 4n plus 3 minus 2n square minus 1. Therefore 2n square, this will cancel. 4n plus 3 minus 1, 4n plus 2 here. So D equals 4n plus. So I was telling you, if D is some constant number, then only the given sequence will form an AP. Here, as D is dependent upon n, the given sequence an equals, the given sequence dictated by an equals 2n square plus 1 does not form an AP, isn't it? So I'll write here, as D is dependent on n, the sequence defined by n equals 2n square plus 1 does not form AP. I hope you are able to understand very clearly what is to be. So if D is independent of n, meaning if it is constant, then definitely it forms an AP. If it is dependent on n, means it varies, it will not be a constant, and therefore the given sequence does not form an AP. I hope you have understood. Note it down. Let us solve some numericals from your textbook, which are quite good. Example 3, textbook, example 3. I will also write it very shortly. Find the 10th term of an AP. Find the 10th term of an AP given by 2, 7, 12 ... 10th term we have to find. Solution: A equals to first term and n is what? 10th term. So 10, and common difference is equal to 7 minus 2, which is 5. Therefore 10th term is given by A10, which equals what is the formula? Nth term is given by this thing. So in the beginning I'll write like this for your understanding. Okay, nth term is given by an equals a plus n minus 1 into d here. Therefore 10th term is given by A10 equals a plus 10 minus 1 times d, which is a is how much? 2 plus 10 minus 1 9, or I'll write once again a plus 9d. Correct? Okay, so what is this? A here 2 plus 9 times common difference is 5, so 2 plus 45, which is 47. So therefore A10 equals 47 is the answer. Next, so this is how we can find out. Next is which term of the AP is minus 81. See here, question is example number 4 here. I'll write. Okay. AP is given by 2118. You can refer to your textbook. Okay, I'm solving some examples, some for textbook. Example 4 now. You have to hold the textbook in front of you while solving. So hold the textbook and check example number 4. AP is given by 21, 18, 15, dot. Question is minus 81. Which term of this AP is minus 81? Which term is minus 81? Solution. Let nth term be minus 81, implies an equals minus 81. What is the nth term equals? Equals a plus n minus 1 into d equals minus 81, isn't it? So here, what are the values of a here? A is equal to, here itself I can find out, let nth term be minus 81, and here somewhere I write here a equals 21 and d equals 18 minus 21, which is minus 3. Minus 3, correct? 2 minus 1, yeah, minus 3. So a equals n minus 1 into d, which is minus 81. Here a is how much? 21 plus n minus 1 times d is minus 3 here, minus 81. So find out n here, implies 21, this minus 3 times n minus 1 equals minus 81, implies 21 minus 3n plus 3 equals minus 81, implies 21 plus 3, 24 plus 81 equals minus 3n goes that side, 3n, implies 415 and 105 equals 3n, implies n equals 105 by 3, which equals 3 3s are 1 3 5s are, isn't it? Therefore n equals 35, isn't it? Now which term is minus 81? 35th term is minus 81. Therefore hence A35 equals minus 81. A35 means what? 35th term is minus 81. This also you can write like this. Alternate for this is you can write hence 35th term is minus 81. This way also you can write, or this way also you can write. Both are same, isn't it? So I'll note it down first. Here there is one more sub question, but I will solve that sub question separately here. Okay, the same problem, but one more part of the question is there. One more small part is there. So the question is 0 the term of the given AP? See the question here, is 0 the term of this sequence, meaning whether the 0 in this terms is 0 present is the question. It is decreasing, 21, 18, 15, isn't it? So what is the common difference? Minus 3. So 15 is there, 15, 12, 9, it will continue. So question is there 0 in this sequence? You cannot work out individually and tell. You have to use this general formula, the nth term, which is the general term formula. You have to use that. So question I write, is 0 the term of AP? This AP. So solution, let nth term be 0, implies an equals 0, implies a plus n minus 1 into d equals 0, implies what is the value of a there? A is 21 plus n minus 1 into d is minus 3 equals 0, implies 21 minus 3 times n minus 1 equals 0. Okay, so 3n goes that side, this is 24. implies n equals 24 by 3, which is 8. Therefore, 8th term is 0. Check whether 8th term is 0 or not. How do you cross verify it? So A8 equals A plus 8 minus 1 times D, A plus 7D. A is 21 plus 7 times minus 3, which is 21 minus 21, which is 0. Check here. It is a checking here. Cross check. It is correct. 8th term is 0 here. Isn't it? Note it down. Here we have example number 5 textbook. Determine an AP whose third term is 5 and seventh term is 9. Solution. Given. What is given? Third term is 5. Third term is 5. Implies A3 equals 5. Isn't it? So A3 is equal to 5. Implies A plus n minus 1 times D equals 5. Is it correct or not? And also given 7th term is 9. A3 is 5. A3 is 5. Just a minute, I'll do that like this. What is A3 is equal to? A plus 3 minus 1 times D equals 5. Implies A plus 2D equals 5. Mark it 1. Next, 9th term equals 7th term equals 9. Implies what is 7th term? A plus 7 minus 1 into D equals 9. Implies A plus 6D equals 9. So 7th term is A plus 6D, 8th term is A plus 7D, 20th term is A plus 19D, 45th term is A plus 44D. Like this you can conclude. So 7th term is A plus 6D. A plus 6D is equal to 9. This is 2. Now you solve these two equations by simultaneous equation method, that is pair of linear equations in two variables. A and D are the variables here, and solve it. Therefore, now equations are A plus 2D equals 5 and A plus 6D equals 9. So this is 1 and this is 2. Let me subtract it. I'll get rid of A here. So subtracting, what will get? Minus here, this will cancels. So minus 4D equals, this is minus here, minus 4. 9 minus 9 plus 5 is minus 4. And therefore D equals 1. Okay. If D equals 1, you find out A is equal to, now A plus 2D equals, A plus 2D equals 5. And D equals 1 here. A plus 2 times 1 equals 5. So A equals 5 minus 2, which is 3. So A equals 3 here. Okay. So A is equal to 3 and D equals 1. And D equals 1 we have got. Therefore, AP is given by A plus D, A plus 2D, dot dot dot. Isn't it? So what is this one now? A is 3 plus 1, 3 plus 2 times this is 2D. Yeah. A plus 2 times 1 comma A is how much? Just a minute, I'll write once again. A is 3 here. A plus T 3 comma 3 plus 1 comma 3 plus 2 times 1 comma 3 plus 3D 3 times 1 dot dot dot. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6 dot dot dot. Therefore AP is 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the answer. Let me check. AP is 3, 4, 6. I think I have solved many numericals. I would like to take some more numericals from your textbook, which are a bit competitive in nature, and then I'll go to RDS. Okay. So note it down first. Let me end the lecture now, and we'll see you in the next lecture. I'll be taking up some NCERT as well as RD Sharma numericals. So see you in the next lecture. Thank you for watching. This second problem is important. That is the amount of air present in the cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. Please read the question carefully and mark it. This is a bit important problem. So let us see here. Let us consider the amount of air initially present in the cylinder as x cubic units. Amount of air present initially, amount of air present initially in the cylinder is equal to x cubic units. It can be x cubic units. Now let us use the pump for first time and see how much air is present in that one. Next is amount of air in cylinder when the pump is used first time, or when we use the pump first time. First time equals initial volume x minus 1/4 of x, which equals, LCM is 4 here, 1/4 the 4x minus x, which is 3x by 4 cubic units. This is when we use the pump first time. 1/4 the volume of the initial volume, 1/4 of the initial volume is removed and 3/4 is remaining now. Now next is amount of air in cylinder when we use the pump second time, which equals, what is the present already? 3x by 4 units is present, 3x by 4 minus 1/4 of this volume, whatever present, that is removed, 3x by 4, which equals, see here, 3x by 4 minus 3x by 16. LCM is 16, 4 4s are 16 1s are, so 12x minus 3x, and this is equal to cubic units, that is cubic units. Okay, 9x by 16. Next, amount of air in cylinder when we use pump for third time equals 9x by 16 units minus 1/4 of 9x by 16 units, which equals 64. LCM is 64. So this will be 36x minus 9, 36 6 33 27, 27x by 64 cubic units. So now it will continue, you can say this will continue, and let us check now the list of numbers found by the amount of air present in the cylinder. Now list of numbers formed by amount of air present in the cylinder is given by, list of numbers found by amount of air present in the cylinder is given by x initial quantity, and then comes 3x by 4, and after that one 9x by 16, and 27x by 64, it will continue. So mark as this one A1, A2, A3 and A4. Okay, A1, A2, A3, A4, mark it. Let us check the common difference now. Let us check the common difference now. Let us find the common difference now. So I have identified A1, A2, A3, A4. Try to find out the common difference now. D equals A2 minus A1. A2 is 3x by 4 minus x, which equals 4 here. 3x minus 4x minus x by 4. That is the one number. Second common difference, let us check it. A3 minus A2. A3 minus A2. Second common difference. 9x by 16. 9x by 16 minus 3x by 4. 3x by 4, which equals 16 LCM. 9x minus 4 4s are 4 into 3, 12x, which is minus 3x divided by 16. Earlier it was common difference was minus x by 4 minus 3x by 16. And finally I'll check one more difference also. D equals, 2 are enough to justify, but let's check one more one. D equals A4 minus A3, which is 27x by 64 minus 9x by 16, which is 64. 27x minus 16 4s are 36x, which equals 27 plus 7, 34 plus 2, 9 minus 9x by 16. Check it. Okay, so this is 64 here, isn't it? 9x by 64. So is the common difference same here? No, and therefore I'll write here. Here I'll write, therefore, as the common difference D is not constant, the list of numbers formed by amount of air present in the cylinder, the list of numbers formed by amount of air present in the cylinder is not in AP. So this is the answer for this one. You understood? So here it is minus x by 4 minus 3x by 16 minus 9x by 64, and therefore this the common difference is not constant, and hence the list of numbers is not forming an arithmetic progression. Okay, so note it down. This is one of the important sums. Probably you can see that side also. I hope you are able to see the last conclusion is important. So note it down, and I think you have noted down. Let me go to the next problem. Okay.